It's just classic country. Just kick it over. Like I don't think you have to stop anything. Whenever you start the broadcast, I'll be able to tell if there's music playing.
Carry the ball, number 8, Colton Prudy. On a stop for the Cubs, number 13, Isaiah Coronado.
Let me know when you start.
Third down.
Call Larry if you have to.
Offsides against the Cubs. It's going to be enough for a 1st and 10 for Osage City. Back deep for the Cubs, number 20, Connor.
You got it? Go ahead. We're already one series in.
Cubs will go to work at the 17-yard line.
Welcome to Cubs football here on 1460 AM, 98.5 FM radio, KKOY. Round 2 of the Class 2A football playoffs in Kansas kicks underway as Humboldt hosts Osage City. If you're listening on the radio and just joining us, we are one possession into the ball game. Osage City had to punt away. Humboldt is now second down inside of their own 25. Handoff is to Connor Havlin, and he's going to get close to the first down marker on the second down run. Humboldt 9-0 on the season after an 8-0 regular season and a win in week 1 of the playoffs last week against West Franklin. Osage City won last week as well against Southeast of Cherokee to improve to 8-1. We have 10 minutes remaining here in the first quarter, so we're just 2 minutes into the ball game. Haven't missed a whole lot. Humboldt comes up in twin receivers to the right, shotgun formation. Handoff is to Kyler Allen, who bounces it out to the right side, stiffs arms the defender, and is going to be brought down after about a gain of 8. That'll set up second and about 2 or 3, depending on where they mark it at. They're just going to call it a first down, it appears. So a 10-yard carry for Kyler Allen on first down. The Cubs have won all of their games this season based on strong defense and strong rushing attack. Connor Havlin has been kind of their leading rusher and pretty much all-around MVP of the offense this season. Pistol formation, handoff, fake to Havlin, roll out, pass right. Hurst almost comes up with the catch, diving effort. It was only going to be about a 3 or 4 yard gain on the rollout pass by Dagan Goodner, the senior quarterback. Goodner has played in all games except for one this season. He was out for the Northeast Arma game. He was in concussion protocol for that contest, and they played 3 or 4 different guys at quarterback just to see what they had, and they still won very easily. Connor Havlin will take this handoff out to the left. There's a flag on the play. Havlin stiffs arms the defenders down the sideline, is down at about the 40-yard line. So 22-yard carry right about, depending on where they mark it. But it's probably going to be coming back. There is going to be holding against Humboldt.
Holding against the Cubs.
They will repeat second down, so it'll be second and about 20. Just over 9 minutes remaining in the first quarter. The Cubs are going to come out with a trips receiver set to the right, shotgun formation. Going to be a bubble screen to Kyler Allen. It is caught, and he's going to be chopped down right about the 29-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 1. They'll bring up 3rd and 19 for the Cubs offense. Cubs come out. Trips right once again. Single receiver to the left, pistol formation. Havlin, the tailback. Goodner takes a snap. It's going to be a speed option to the left, and he's going to be brought down after a couple of yards. So they do not convert on a questionable call on 3rd and long. It'll be 4th and 16 for the Cubs. More than likely going to be a punting situation. They are sending the special teams unit out, and Tucker Hurst is set to punt for the Cubs. Back deep to receive for the Indians is number 8, Colton Prunty. Good punt, and it's going to be fair caught at the 30-yard line by the Indians. So each team sitting on their offensive and defensive units fairly quickly. We're not going to have time to take a commercial break just yet. We do want to shoot a special thank you out to B&W Trailer Hitches for making this game possible for us here at KKOY. Indians getting ready to start their second drive of the evening. Twin receivers to each side, pistol formation, single tailback, motion left, and there's going to be a flag on the play.
Illegal procedure against the Indians.
It is going to be an illegal procedure call against Osage City. That'll set them back 5 yards. It will remain first down, but it'll be 1st and 15 instead of 1st and 10. Same formation. Motion left once again. Once again, another penalty against the Indians. The near slot receiver got a little bit ahead of himself. It's going to be a false start call. Now it is 1st and 20 for the Indians, so this drive for the Indians looking like the last drive for the Cubs. Early down and 20. 7:33 remaining in the first quarter. Ball game still knotted at 0. Pistol formation. Twin receivers to each side, tailback motions left. Another flag on the play. We'll see what this one is. Illegal procedure against the Indians once again. There's going to be a timeout called by Osage City trying to get things squared away. While they take a timeout, we're going to go ahead and take a 30-second timeout with them. We'll be right back here on 98.5 FM, 1460 AM KKOY. Osage City looks to possibly have their offense squared away now. Pistol formation once again, twin receivers to each side. It is going to be a pass play. Quarterback's going to keep it, and he's going to be shedding a tackle at the line of scrimmage, and he's going to gain a couple yards on first down. It was 1st and about 25. Now it's going to be 2nd and 23. Should have been a loss of about 5 or 6, but he recuperated and gained a couple. Pistol formation, twin receivers to each side once again. Motion left. Trips receivers now to the left. Pass play. Moving in the pocket. And he's going to be brought down for a sack. Tucker Hurst with the sack for the Cubs. .640 remaining in the first quarter. Loss of 5 on the sack. It is now going to be 3rd and 28 on Osage City's own 13-yard line. Pistol formation, twin receivers to each side. Motion left. Whistle on the play. There's a flag. Illegal procedure once again against Osage City. That is the 4th time on this possession that they have had that call. My word. It's going to be 3rd and 33 on their own 8-yard line. I'd imagine they'll go with a draw or maybe a screenplay, try and get some positive yardage so they're not punting out of their own end zone here. Pistol formation once again, motion left. It's going to be a jet sweep. He's got blockers out in front, and he's going to be brought down hard at about the 18-yard line, so a gain of 10. Jackson Akins on the stop for the Cubs. Ball carrier for Osage City was number 6, Austin Howland, I do believe. Punting situation for the Indians. They're going to get away. It is a high floater and is only going to gain a couple yards. It's going to bounce out of bounds at the Osage City 31-yard line. A net gain of 13 yards on the punt. So Humboldt is going to come out and start their second possession with excellent field position. 1st and 10 from the Indian 31-yard line. Taryn Johnson split out wide right for the Cubs. Isaiah Coronado split out wide to the left. Full house pistol formation. It's going to be a handoff to Haviland. He bounces it out to the right, bounces back up the middle, and is going to be chopped down to about the 25-yard line. They're going to call it a gain of 7. Number 40 on the tackle is what they're going to say. Don't have it on my roster. Pistol formation once again. Handoff goes to Haviland. He's going to stiff arm a defender, try and run over a couple more, and is going to be brought down at about the 21-yard line. It'll be a first down for the Cubs, I do believe. Yes, it will be. 1st and 10 on the 21. 5:08 remaining in the first quarter. Cubs will come out in a twin receiver set. Hurst and Johnson to the right, Coronado and Allen to the left. It's going to be a play action, and Goodner's going to keep it himself. Go up the middle for a gain of about 5. Number 21, Ryan Smith on the stop for the Indians. It'll bring up 2nd and 5 after the good yardage gain on first down by Dagan Goodner. It is going to be a handoff to Haviland, and he is going to fall down, tackled by the back of his own lineman. Going to be a no gain on the play, maybe a half yard. They're going to give him credit for a yard and call it 3rd and 4. .355 remaining in the first quarter. Stacked receivers to each side. Shotgun formation. Fake high snap, but it's going to be bobbled and picked up by Hurst, and he is going to be drilled. Should have just fell on it, but he decided to try and scoop it, and he paid for it on that one. Loss of 4 on the play. It's going to bring up a 4th and about 8. 4th and 10 is what they're going to call it on the 21-yard line. They did not give him credit for forward progress. And it looks like that the Cubs are going to go for it. Single receiver out wide to the right, Taryn Johnson. Trips receivers to the left, Haviland, Allen, and Coronado. Hurst in the backfield with Goodner. Good snap. Pass left. Has a man. Intended for Allen, and good defense on the play by the Indians.
Pass incomplete. Intended for number 6, Kyle Allen. Indians will take over on down.
Number 8. Colton Prunty with the coverage. Kyler Allen had good position, but Prunty had better. So turnover on down for the Cubs. 2:56 remaining in the first quarter. Score still 0-0 here as we get to the end of the first quarter. We were wanting a good ball game this evening, and it looks like we're going to get one. It's going to be pistol formation for the Indians. Twin receivers right, single receiver to the left. Tight end flanked on the right side of the formation. It's going to be a handoff to the right. He's going to cut it up the middle, and he's going to gain about 3 yards. Tucker Hurst on the stop for the Cubs. I do believe it was River Davis, the senior tailback, on the carry, number 20. It's a pretty cool name, River Davis. 2nd and 7 for the Indians. Pistol formation once again. It is a handoff to Davis once again. He's going to gain a couple positive yards, but not a whole lot. He was gulped up pretty quick by the Cubs' defensive line. Looked like Dagan Goodner and David Watts combined for the tackle. And I believe Joseph Froggatt got in there as well. Didn't hear the announcer say that name, but I think he did. Pistol formation once again for the Indians. It's going to be a play-action pass rolling out to the left, and he is going to complete the pass to number 1, Crimson Clark, senior receiver. It's going to move the chains. They're going to place it at the 34-yard line. New set of down for the Indians following the first down pass. Pistol formation once again. Quarterback comes up to the line, makes some adjustments. It's going to be a quarterback designed run all the way, stretches it out to the right, gets a good lead block from his tailback, cuts it back up the middle, shakes a couple tackles. He's got one man to beat, and it's Connor Havlin. He's going to shake him. And he's going to be brought down at about the 31-yard line. Strong tackle by Connor Haviland. Number 5, Trenton Plinsky, the quarterback's listed at 5'3", 133 pounds. And he is a quick little guy. He is an absolute stud of a quarterback for being that short. There's going to be a timeout. It appears, maybe. Official timeout. There's an official timeout. David Watts was tying his shoes. First and 10 on the Cubs 30 for Osage City. Pistol formation once again. Roll out right, looking to pass. Has a man deep down the field. He's not going to shoot it. He's just going to keep it himself. And now he's going to pass. Has a man in the back of the end zone and almost brought in by the receiver off of the fingertips. Intended for the pass was number 8, Prunty. And Polensky almost was ahead of that line of scrimmage when he threw the ball. He got lucky. He might have had about a quarter yard of a clearance. Nonetheless, it is 2nd and 10, 1:02 remaining in the quarter. I think we're going to see the pistol formation much of the evening for Osage City. And it is going to be a handoff and absolutely stuffed David Watts. Hit him about 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage as they were exchanging the ball. Blew right by the offensive guard in the center. And that's going to bring up 3rd and long. Twin receivers out wide to the right, single receiver to the left. It is a pass play. Has a man in the flats, but he's going to look downfield. Still moving around in the pocket. Has a guy on the left sideline. He's going to shake a couple defenders. Now he's going to throw it. Middle of the field, has a receiver, and it is going to be incomplete. No catch. Number 24 was the intended receiver, Nick Couch. And that's going to bring up 4th and 15 for Osage City. They have a pretty decent quarterback out there. Knows how to move around in the pocket. Has a decent arm on him as well. Humboldt gearing up for a passing situation. Froggatt comes off the field, the big D tackle. They're going to split 3 receivers out wide to the right, 1 receiver out wide to the left. Has one-on-one coverage with 1 deep safety here on the near side. Good snap. Good rush by the defensive line. And he's going to have to keep rolling out right. Finally passes it, has a man, and it is picked off by the Cubs. Connor Haviland with the interception. They're going to mark the ball at the 15-yard line following the interception by Connor Haviland. There is a player down on the field for Osage City. Way deep in the backfield, it looks like maybe an offensive lineman. And they're also carrying off, or at least assisting, the quarterback, number 5, Polinsky, off of the field on the far side as he heads to the bench. Not sure what happened there. I did not see that. While they attend to the injured receiver, let's take a 30-second timeout. We'll be right back here on 98.5 FM, 1460 AM KKOY. I got you. Welcome back to Humboldt Cubs football following the interception by Connor Haviland. The injured player for Osage City was number 78, Cole Hill, the senior offensive lineman. Polinsky, the quarterback, also appeared to be a little bit shaken up on that last play, so we'll see if he comes back into the game. It'd be a big blow if he doesn't. Nonetheless, Humboldt has the ball, 1st and 10 on their own 15. It's going to be a quarterback keeper. He bounces it out to the left, and Dagan Goodner has some room. 1 man to beat going down the sidelines, number 14, and he's going to be pushed down at the 21-yard line of Osage City. Wow! That's about a 64-yard carry, I believe, for Dagan Goodner. Excellent read on the option. 59 yards on the gain. Osage City's going to take a timeout. Let's take one with them. 30 seconds. We'll be right back here on 98.5 FM, 1460 AM KKOY. Welcome back to Humboldt Cubs football here on KKOY, 98.5 FM, 1460 AM. Cubs are going to have the ball 1st and 10 at the Osage City 26-yard line. It is now the start of the 2nd quarter. Game is still tied up 0-0. Nobody scored in the 1st quarter, but Cubs looking like they might want to change that here pretty darn quick. Pistol formation, twin receivers to the right. It's a handoff to Haviland. He's going to bounce it way out wide to the right. He has one man to beat. Stiff arms him down to the ground. Connor Haviland's in the end zone. Touchdown, Cubs. 26-yard run for Connor Haviland. Stretches barely inside the pylon and gets the first score of the evening for the Cubs. 10 seconds into the second quarter. This is the first time that we have seen points tonight, and it feels pretty darn good getting them. Most of the year, the Cubs have gone for a 2-point conversion following touchdowns early on in the ball game. Later on, if they're up by quite a bit, they might try an extra point. But most of the contest will probably see 2-point conversion tries. Coronado and Allen split wide to the left. Johnson out wide to the right. Pistol formation. Haviland is the tailback. It's going to be a option play, and Haviland is going to get it, and he is in the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. Well, the Cubs lead 8-0 now. While we approach kickoff, let's send it back to the studio for a 1-minute timeout break. We'll be right back here on 98.5 FM, 1460 AM, KKOY. Welcome back to Cubs football following the Connor Haviland 26-yard touchdown rush. We have just kicked off. Osage City elected to do a fair catch at about the 32-yard line. So not a whole lot of action on that ensuing kickoff. New quarterback in the game for Osage City is number 14, Gunnar Fort. Takes a snap. It is a little bit low. Hands off to number 20, who's down the right sideline. He's going to cut it back up the middle, and he's going to truck a couple guys, get to the 38 or 39-yard line, but there is a flag on the play, spotted at the 33-yard line, about the line of scrimmage. More than likely is going to be a holding call against Osage City, but we will see. It is a block in the back against Osage City. That's a little bit more of a hefty penalty. We'll see where they spot the ball. They're going to spot it from the end of the run, which is an interesting call. It's only a, well, a little bit of confusion from the officials. Yeah, we have people in the stand saying it's from the spot of the foul, not the end of the run. The refs are going to correct that. So starting from the 33-yard line, they're going to walk it back. And they only walk it back 5 yards. Not sure they really know what they're doing out there, but we're just going to have to roll with it. Pistol formation. It's going to be a pass play. 14 looking to the left, has a man, and it is a low pass. Not a very good pass. He's going to have to shake that one off. And number 5's back in the game at quarterback. Number 14 jogs off. I guess they say whatever kind of injury he had, it's not severe enough to keep him out of this one. Might be a high ankle sprain or something like that. Pistol formation once again. It's going to be a pass play, looking left, has a man, but threw him a little bit wide. It's going to be 3rd and 15 for Osage City. Pistol formation, twin receivers to the right. It is a pass play, looking left, has a man deep downfield, underthrows him. He had a step on the defender, but the quarterback didn't quite have a good enough arm to get it there. It's going to be 4th and 15 for the Indians. 11:26 remaining here in the second quarter.
Back deep for the Cubs.
Connor Haviland and Kyler Allen back deep to receive this punt. Number 9, Dawson Butter, the punter. It's an interesting last name, Butter. Gets the punt off. It's high once again. Goes a little bit farther than the last one. Fair catch was signaled by Connor Haviland. It is fallen on by Osage City at the 34-yard line, but Haviland saying he didn't touch it. So it will be Humboldt football. Cubs scored the only touchdown of the ballgame on their last possession, so they're looking to keep the momentum rolling here this evening. 45 seconds into the second quarter. They have decent field position, starting at their own 34-yard line. It's going to be a full house pistol formation, single receiver to each side of the field. It is going to be a handoff to Haviland. He's going to bounce it way out to the left and run over a couple guys. And he is going to get to about the 42-yard line.
On a stop, number 8, Colton Prudy.
It's going to be a gain of, I believe, 8 on the play.
Gain of 8 for Connor. 2nd down 2.
2nd and 2 for the Cubs. Pistol formation once again. Haviland, the lone tailback. Hurst in the H-back set. Allen motions right. Fake sweep to him. Hand off to Haviland. He's going to bounce it out wide to the right once again. Johnson has a good block out there on the edge. Haviland's going to try and outrun them all, and he's going to be brought down and pushed out right around the 10-yard line. Connor Haviland getting it done once again. 38-yard carry for Connor Haviland. Excuse me, 48. Don't know where my math was. 48 yards. Haviland comes off of the field to take a well-deserved breather. That'll put Tucker Hurst in the backfield for the time being with Jackson Akins out wide. Pistol formation. Handoff is to Hurst. He's going to rumble his way for a couple of positive yards down about the 7 or 8 yard line. They're going to call it the 8-yard line, gain of 2. So it is 2nd and 8 from the 8-yard line. I believe they're going to call it a 2nd and goal from the 8-yard line type situation. Isaiah Coronado split wide to the left with Kyler Allen. Jackson Akins still out wide to the right. Tucker Hurst still in the backfield. Taryn Johnson in at the H-back position. Hand off to Hurst. He's going to hurdle a couple guys and it's going to be brought down hard at about the 5-yard line. Gain of 3 on the play. Dane Whalen on the tackle for the Indians. Coronado jogs off the field. Haviland jogs onto the field. 9:13 remaining here in the second quarter. Third down and goal from the 6-yard line for the Cubs. 2 receivers out wide to the left is Akins and Haviland. Haviland motions right. It's going to be a fake sweep to him. Goodner's going to keep it himself, and he's not going to get to the end zone. He's going to be down at about the 1.5-yard line. So it's going to be 4th and goal from the 1.5. being up by 8 points, you'll wonder if they want to go for the score or if they send out the field goal unit. More than likely go for it, being that close. They are going to go for it. It is going to be a pistol formation once again. More than likely going to be an option play of some sort, I would assume. The refs are trying to get everybody getting going. The crowd is getting it. Pistol formation, Haviland the tailback. It's going to be a handoff to Haviland, and he is going to be close to getting in the end zone. Ooh, no good. The Indians defense holds strong inside of the 2-yard line. They're going to mark him down at the 1-yard line. Turnover on downs. Might be a blitzing situation for the Cubs defense with the Indians offense right on the goal line. Number 5 still in at quarterback for the Indians. It's going to be a quarterback designed run out to the left, and he's going to be brought down. Gain of half a yard maybe. Tucker Hurst on a tackle for the Cubs. Good job keeping contain and turning them back inside. Pistol formation, trips receivers to the right. It's going to be a handoff to the left, and he's going to be chopped down pretty darn quick as well. Brought down at about the 3-yard line. River Davis on the carry. David Watts on the tackle. .7:05 remaining in the second quarter. Cubs still lead 8-0. 3rd and 8 for the Indians offense, and their quarterback is going to maybe get the first down. No, he's going to come up short. He's going to be a couple yards short. I thought he might shake him just a little bit, but he's going to be brought down at the 8-yard line. 4th and 3, and it's going to bring up another punting situation. Indians better hope their punter gets a hold of this one. His first couple have been kind of short. Punting out of his own end zone here. Haviland is standing at the 30-yard line to receive it. He did get a decent punt off this time. Haviland's going to take it at about the 38-yard line. Stiff arms the guy, cuts it back up the middle, and he's going to be brought down at the 34-yard line. 6:09 remaining here in the first half. Cubs lead 8-0, and they have a shot to go up by 2 scores here once again, as they came up short on their last possession inside of the 2-yard line. Coach elected to go for it instead of kicking a field goal. I guess he has more faith in his offense than his kicking team. Pistol formation. It's going to be a handoff to Haviland to the left. He's got almost nowhere to go. Stiff arms the guy, gains a couple extra yards. Does a good job getting positive yardage. He's going to gain 4 yards on the play, marking him down at the 30. It'll be 2nd and 6 for the Cubs. 5:50 remaining in the half. Ball placed at the 30-yard line on the far left hash mark. Pistol formation once again for the Cubs. Haviland, the lone tailback, twin receivers to each side of the field. And they're going to call false start against the Cubs on this one, I'd imagine. I think Haviland got going just a little bit quick. They're going to call offsides against Osage City. Wow. That'll move them up 5 yards, so it'll be 2nd and 1 from the 25-yard line. So 5:22 remaining in the half. 2nd and 1 for the Cubs offense on the Indians' 25-yard line. Single receiver to each side, full house pistol formation. It is a play-action pass. He has Akins down deep and just over the fingertips of Jackson Akins. Good coverage on the play. Prunty with the coverage. Polinsky was back there as well playing deep safety. Jackson Akins is a pretty promising player. Young wide receiver. I believe he's just a freshman. No, he's a junior. Excuse me. Thinking of Gavin Page, their backup quarterback. He's also a pretty promising player. It is 3rd and 1 on the 25-yard line. Twin receivers to each side. And it's going to be a quarterback run. He is going to get the first down and much more. Solid block by Jackson Akins downfield. And Goodner is in the end zone, but there is a flag on the play. If they call holding against Jackson Akins on that play, that has got to be one of the worst calls I have ever seen. That was just a solid downfield block. The flag is placed right about where Akins was blocking. And they are going to call holding against the Cubs. Wow, I can't believe that one. That'll wipe the score off of the board. It'll still be 1st and 10, though, on the 17-yard line. After last week's officiating crew, I was hoping we would get a better one this week, but it looks like we might not. Hand off to Haviland to the right. He's going to try and stiff arm a defender, but he's going to be brought down well into the backfield. They're going to mark him down at the 23-yard line. Loss of about 5 on the play. It'll be 2nd and, they're going to say loss of 6. 2nd and 16. Pistol formation once again for the Cubs. Twin receivers to the right, single receiver to the left is Akins. Haviland, the tailback, it's going to be play action to him once again. Goodner's going to have to roll out to the left, and he's going to keep it himself, get some positive yards, and is going to go out of bounds at about the 16-yard line. Player down for Osage City once again. Cannot see the jersey number as of right now. It is another lineman for the Indians that is down. While they attend to the injured player, let's send it back to the studio for a 30-second timeout break. We'll be right back here on 98.5 FM, 1460 AM, KKOY. Welcome back to Cubs football here on 98.5 FM, 1460 AM, KKOY. The injured player was number 72 for the Indians. It's Lane Fager, senior lineman. Not sure exactly what was wrong with him, but they did take him off of the field. So that is the second lineman that has been injured for Osage City tonight, and that is not good for the Indians. It is 3rd and 9 for the Cubs on the Osage City 16-yard line. Twin receivers to each side. It's going to be a pass play. Goodner's going to have to roll, and he is going to be brought down for a sack. Number 58 for Osage City comes up with the sack. That's Brant Dayhoff. 6 foot 230 senior defensive end. Got back there in a hurry. did a very good job not rushing upfield and keeping contained, and Goodner felt right into his waiting arms. 4th and 22 for the Cubs here. On the 29-yard line of Osage City. They're going to split 2 receivers out wide to the right, 1 to the left. Now they're going to motion Hurst out to the right. Haviland, the lone tailback. Aikens, the lone receiver, to the left. It's going to be an obvious pass play. Looking right, has a man, hook and ladder. Haviland's going to shake a tackle. He's going to get close to the first down. No, he's not. That's the original line of scrimmage, excuse me. He's going to be well short of the first down by about 8 or so yards. So it's going to be a turnover on downs for the Cubs.
Indians will take over on downs.
Indians will take over on downs. That's their second turnover on downs that they have forced. The first one was inside of the 2-yard line. The Cubs were getting ready to score. It is 3rd and 12, or 3:12 remaining on the clock here in the second quarter. 1st and 10 on the 16-yard line. Pistol formation for the Indians. They're going to motion to the left or the right. They're going to hand it off to number 1, and he's going to be brought down after a gain of nothing, probably maybe a no gain on the play, I would assume. They're going to mark it at the 16, so it is 2nd and 10 for the Indians. That was Crimson Clark, the senior receiver, with the carry on the jet sweep. They got all sorts of cool names on this roster. River Davis, Crimson Clark. Motion left, fake sweep, quarterback's looking to pass. Absolutely breaks Tucker Hurst's ankles. Has a receiver downfield. Good coverage by Connor Haviland. Cubs fortunate he was there to break that one up. Crimson Clark was just waiting to snatch it and run to the end zone. It was a little underthrown at about the 50 to the 45-yard line of Humboldt. So it's going to be 3rd and 10 from the 16-yard line for Osage City. And there's going to be a timeout called by Osage City. They will have 1 left following that one, 2:26 remaining in the half. While they take a timeout, let's take a 30-second break with them. We'll be right back here on 98.5 FM, 1460 AM KKOY. Welcome back to Humboldt Cubs football here at B&W Trailer Hitches Stadium in Humboldt, Kansas. Cubs lead the Osage City Indians 8-0, 2:30 remaining in the first half. 3rd and 10 for the Indians offense at their own 16-yard line. Two receivers split out wide to each side of the field, single back pistol formation. Good snap, looking to pass. Has a man in the middle of the field, doesn't get it there, evades pressure, now launches it downfield, has a couple guys, and it is picked off once again by Connor Haviland. Wow! There is a flag on the play, though. What an absolute dandy of an effort by Connor Haviland on that interception. See what the flag is. Pass interference against the Cubs.
Pass interference against the Cubs.
There's about 3 or 4 Cub defenders in the area swarming the receivers, so might be a good call, might not be. Have to go back and watch the tape on it. And nonetheless, it's going to be an automatic first down for the Indians offense, and they're going to be starting at the 31-yard line. Pistol formation, single receiver to each side. Tight end flanking each side of the formation. Single tailback. It's going to be a handoff to River Davis, and he is going to be breaking out of some tackles, and he's going to be brought down for about a 1-yard loss, but he's lucky not to lose about 3 or 4 more. Second and 11 for the Indians. Going to motion to the right, a tight end. It's going to be a handoff to River Davis once again. And he's going to be brought down after a 1-yard carry.
Number 20, River Davis. On a stop, number 52, Reed Barnett.
Reed Barnett on the stop for the Cubs. Solid open field tackle by Barnett. 1:15 remaining in the half. 1 timeout remaining for the Indians. 3rd and 10. If they don't get it here, I would look for Humboldt to call a quick timeout so they have a little bit of time to work with. 10 seconds left on the play clock. Minute left on the game clock. Twin receivers to each side. Passing play. Has an open receiver. He's going to shoot it. He's got his receiver. It's a first down, and it's going to be brought down at the 42.5-yard line. Timeout by the Indians. It's a final timeout of the half with 51 seconds remaining. Not sure if I would have called it right then and there. No timeout. They just stopped the clock to move the chains. I am all over the place this evening, aren't I? Anyways, 50 seconds to go. Clock is rolling, 47. It is going to be an option play. They're going to whistle the play dead, though. Clock stops at 46 seconds. Illegal procedure once again by Osage City. So they lost about 6 seconds on the play before the whistles blew. 1st and 15 on their own 37-yard line. 46 seconds remaining. Let's see if they can get into the end zone, try and tie up the game before the half. Pistol formation. Quarterback rolling out left, passes left, has a man downfield, number 14. He hauls it in and is brought down at the 30-yard line. First down, Indians. 35 seconds left on the clock with 38 yards to go. 30 yards to go. They adjust the score clock for me. Twin receivers to each side, pistol formation. Clock rolling. 33 seconds to go. Rolling out right, looking to pass right. And he's going to be almost brought down for a sack. Tucker Hurst pressured him pretty heavily. Got the ball away, but it's an incomplete pass. 26 seconds remaining for the Indians offense here. Humboldt's going to try and keep him out of the end zone. 26 seconds remaining, and they're up by 8 points. They'll have to defend a touchdown and a 2-point conversion more than likely if Osage City can get into the end zone. Twin receivers to each side. Pass play once again. Double move on the left side. They're going to pass right. Number 8 somehow brings it down. Kyler Allen just demolished him in the air, but he kept a hold of it. 19-yard line's where they're going to spot it. It'll move the chains and stop the clock. 17.5 seconds to go. Quarterback under center. He's just going to spike it to stop the clock once again. 14 seconds left on the clock. We'll see what Osage City draws up here. 2nd and 10 on the Humboldt 19-yard line. Twin receivers to each side of the field once again. His two favorite targets are lined up in the slot. Good snap, drops back, looking left, and he is going to be sacked. David Watts with the sack for the Cubs. Slow to get up, but he has gotten up. Dropped him all the way back to the 26-yard line. Osage City takes a timeout to stop the clock with 8 seconds remaining. While they take a timeout, let's take one with them. 30 seconds. We'll be right back here on 98.5 FM, 1460 AM, KKOY. Welcome back to Humboldt Cubs football here on 98.5 FM, 1460 AM, KKOY. We're at B&W Trailer Hitches Stadium in Humboldt, Kansas. Osage City looking to tie up the game. 8 seconds remaining left in the half. They need 8 points, and they're on the 26-yard line. 3rd and 17. Pass play. Looking right. Has to step up in the pocket, and he's going to be sacked once again. Tucker Hurst with the sack. Osage City's tailback comes up a little bit gimpy after blocking for his quarterback and being driven way backwards into him. Solid way to end the half for the Cubs defense. Low-scoring ball game, something we're not used to seeing this season. 8-0 is the score at the half. We're going to go ahead and send it back to the studio for about 15 to 20 minutes. We're going to play some classic country for you, and we'll be right back for the second half of play. So we'll be back here in about 20 minutes on 98.5 FM, 1460 AM, KKOY. I'm just going to leave my phone hooked up, so I usually just come and put the headset back on after about 15 minutes. Sound good? All righty, brother. You there? Yellow. Right on. We got about probably 2 minutes, so I'll come back in a second and let you know. What do you know? All right, go ahead, send it back on air. You there? All right, send her back.
Back deep for the Cubs. Number 2, Jack
Joiner.
Akins, 13, Isaiah Coronado, 40, Connor Allen. Kicking off number 9, Dawson Butter.
Welcome back to Humboldt Cubs football as we set to kick off the second half. Humboldt leads 8-0. Kickoff is caught at about the 6-yard line. It is Jackson Akins. He's going to take it to about the 25 or 6-yard line. Good 20-yard return for Akins. 11:54 remaining in the third quarter now as we open up the second half. One touchdown is all we saw in the first half after a 26-yard run by Connor Haviland up the right sideline. Should have had another score, but Cubs failed to convert on 4th and short on their 2-yard line inside of Indian territory. Cubs start this drive on their own 26-yard line, pistol formation. Twin receivers to the left. It's going to be a handoff to Haviland up the middle. And he's going to be stopped after a gain of maybe one. Dane Whalen on the stop for the Indians. 2nd and 9 on the 27 for the Cubs coming up. Cubs come out, pistol formation, twin receivers to the left once again. Once again, another handoff to Haviland. He's going to bounce it out left. There's a flag on the play. He's going to be brought down right at the first down marker at the 35, 36-yard line. Flag sits at the 29. Polinsky on the stop. Penalty against the Cubs. It's going to back them up 10 yards. Should be maybe 2nd and 17 from about the 19-yard line, I would think. And that is where they mark it. Just over 11 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Cubs come out, twin receivers to each side of the ball. Johnson and Hurst to the right side. Allen and Coronado to the left. Shotgun formation, Haviland the lone back. Play action pass. And it is intercepted. Wow. River Davis intercepted that screenplay like he knew it was coming all along and walked into the end zone. Touchdown Indians. It's going to bring them within 2 points of the Cubs now. Score is now 8-6, not exactly what Coach Wyrick was looking to start his second half with. Osage City lines up like they're going to kick an extra point. Let's see if they follow through with it. There's a whistle before the snap. Timeout Osage City, their first one of the half. They'll have 2 remaining. While they take a timeout, we'll take a 30-second break with them. We'll be right back here on 98.5 FM, 1460 AM, KKOY. Welcome back to Cubs football as Osage City runs a fake PAT play looking to pass. It is a swing pass back out to the kicker, double pass, intercepted by Coronado, 2-point conversion, no good. Cubs knew that they were going to run a fake. Why would you take a timeout before you line up? 8-6 remains the score. Let's send it back to the studio for another 30-second break while we approach kickoff. We'll be right back here on 98.5 FM, 1460 AM, KKOY. Welcome back to Cubs football here on 98.5 FM, 1460 AM. following the Osage City touchdown. The score is 8-6. They failed a 2-point try on a fake kick play. 10:45 remaining in the third quarter, just a minute and 15 seconds into the quarter. Number 9 is set to kick for the Indians. It's Dawson Butter. Aikens, Coronado, and Haviland back deep to receive. Better at kicking than he is at punting. This one's taken at about the 7-yard line by Aikens. He's going to bounce it wide out to the right, has some good perimeter blocking, and it's going to be brought down. There's a flag on the play. Brought down at the 27. Gain of 20 on the return. We'll see what they say the flag's for.
Personal foul,
face mask against Osage City. It's going to push it up about, I believe, 15 yards. Will be 15-yard penalty against the Indians. Ball will be placed at the 42-yard line of Humboldt. Great starting field position for the Cubs. Trying to go back up by a score. Leading 8-6 currently. Cubs will come out in a pistol formation once again. Haviland the tailback, Hurst the H-back. Taryn Johnson wide right. Allen and Coronado wide left. It's going to be a direct quarterback run, and he's going to be brought down well in the backfield, about a 3-yard loss on the play. Brought down at the 39.
On to stop number 59, Kevin Lauber.
Kevin Lauber on the stop for the Indians. It'll be 2nd and 13 on the Cubs' 39-yard line. Full house pistol formation, single receiver to each side is Coronado and Johnson. It'll be a fake handoff to Allen. Goodner's going to keep it himself and get back maybe half a yard ahead of the line of scrimmage. The original line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and about 9 on the 43-yard line. 9:40 remaining in the quarter. Twin receivers to each side, Johnson and Hurst to the right. Allen, Moshe's right. Speed option to the left. Goodner's going to keep it, and he's going to be brought down 3 yards in the backfield at the 40. It's going to be 4th and 12 coming up in a punting situation for the Cubs. Tucker Hurst will be the punter. Colton Prunty back deep to receive the punt for the Indians. High snap to Hurst. Gets the punt off barely. Good punt taken at the 25, and it is dropped by Prunty. And it looks like it's recovered by the Cubs. Cubs have the football. Jackson Aikens recovers the ball after a muff punt. And that'll set up shop for the Cubs inside of the red zone at the 19-yard line. Absolute rocket of a punt by Tucker Hurst. 1st and 10 on the 19 for the Cubs. 8:27 remaining here in the third quarter. Cubs lead 8-6, but are looking to put another score on the board. Twin receivers left, single to the right. Hand off to Haviland up the middle. He's going to gain quite a few yards, run over a couple guys, and is down at about the 10-yard line. 9-yard carry on 1st down for Connor Haviland. You're going to say Reed Crawford has a tackle for the Indians. Second and 1 on the 10-yard line for the Cubs. Single receiver to each side. Hand off to Haviland once again. Tries to bounce it out right. There's a flag on the play, and he's going to be rode down at about the 15-yard line. We'll see what the flag is on this play. Face mask against Osage City. That'll be half the distance to the goal. Should be automatic first and goal at about the 5-yard line, I would assume. They're going to call it a spot foul, I guess. They're going to put it at the 8-yard line. So first and goal for the Cubs from the 8-yard line. Cubs really like to run a design quarterback run in this type of situation. They have a shotgun formation. Allen and Hurst are in the backfield with Dagan Goodner. Haviland split out wide left. Now he's going to motion right. It's going to be a fake sweep to him. Quarterback run up the middle. And Dagan Goodner is going to plow his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Cubs! Beautiful blocking by the Cubs offensive line. And Dagan Goodner ran very patiently, waiting for his blocks to set up and scooted right into the end zone. 14-6 is now the score. Cubs will more than likely go for 2, trying to go up by 10 points. Trips receivers to the left, twin receivers to the right. Haviland is split out wide right. He's going to motion left. It'll be a handoff to him. He's going to have to get the edge. He does, but he's going to be well short of the end zone. 2-point conversion is going to be no good. That'll keep the score 14-6, 8-point ball game. 7:35 remaining here in the third quarter. While we wait on the kickoff, let's send it back to the studio for a 30-second timeout. Send it back, and we'll be right back here on 98.5 FM, 1460 AM KKOY. Welcome back to Cubs football following the Dagan Goodner touchdown run of 7 yards. Puts the Cubs up 14-6 over the Osage City Indians. We are still waiting on kickoff as each team is still on the sideline. Osage City's finally jogging out to take their return team positioning. Set to kick for the Cubs appears to be Connor Haviland. They kind of switch back and forth between Haviland and Goodner. Polinsky and Clark are back deep to receive for the Indians. 7:35 remaining here in the third quarter. Haviland has the special team set, ready to kick off. Kick is away. Kind of a squib kick. Going to be taken at about the 20-yard line. Kind of a muffed kick. And he's going to be absolutely, looks like he's going to be slammed. They picked him up pretty high, but let him down pretty gently for what it was. They're going to mark him down right about the 22-yard line for forward progress, but he was actually tackled at about the 15. They carried him 7 yards back from forward progress. It was a good tackle. About 5 or 6 of the Cubs were there. 7:26 remaining in the quarter. Pistol formation for the Indians. Twin receivers to each side of the field. Handoff goes to Davis. He's up the middle and is going to gain about 3 yards to the 25.
On a stop, number 68,
It'll be
David Watts.
David Watts on the stop for the Cubs. 2nd and 7 coming up for the Indians. Twin receivers to each side of the field once again. Davis, the lone back. Good snap. Pass right, bubble screen. And going to be brought down short of the first down. It'll bring up about a 3rd and 3, I would think.
Pass complete to number 6, Austin Holland.
Austin Howland with the reception for the Indians. Sophomore receiver.
Number 52,
Reed Barnett on the stop for the Cubs.
Number 6, Tyler Allen.
Twin receivers once again. Davis with the carry to the left side. Coronado's going to chop him down. He is going to have enough yardage to get the first down. About 1 yard past the first down marker. You're going to mark the ball at the 34-yard line. 6:41 remaining in the third quarter. Twin receivers once again. Bubble screen out wide to the right once again. Good block on the perimeter.
Pass complete to number 8, Colton Pruny.
Colton Pruny with the reception.
Run out of bounds by number 89, Tucker Hurst.
Tucker Hurst ran him out of bounds. It'll be 2nd, and they're going to call it 4 for the Indians offense. Set up shop at their own 40. Once again, twin receivers. Hand off to Davis, up the middle of the field, spin his way to the first down, past the first down, and is down at about the 47-yard line, 46 and a half. Reed Barnett on the stop for the Cubs. A 13-yard carry for River Davis. Twin receivers once again. Screen pass to the left. Number 1 with the reception is going to be brought down from behind.
Pass complete to number 1, Crimson Clark.
Caleb Clawman and Connor Havlin combine for the tackle at about the 40-yard line. 39.5-yard line is what they're going to call it. It'll be 2nd down and about 2.5 or 3 yards. Pistol formation once again. Twin receivers to each side. Hand off to Davis to the left side. He's going to stutter step, get the edge, and is going to be brought down at the 30. That's good enough for another Indian first down.
River Davis on a stop number 11, Dagan Goodner.
Dagan Goodner with the tackle for the Cubs. First and 10 from the Cubs 30. Play action pass. Pass to the right. It's going to be incomplete. Intended for Prunty.
Pass incomplete.
Plinsky's pass was just a little bit high for Prunty. Cubs faithful didn't like something not called out there. Probably a holding call on the right side of the offensive line. 2nd and 10 for the Indians offense. Same formation once again. Pistol with twin receivers to each side. Davis, the lone tailback. Polanski gives a little bit of direction to the tailback. And there is a flag on the play. We've seen 5 or 6 illegal procedure against the Indians this evening, but it's going to be offsides this time against the Indians. Not something you see very often against the offensive unit. And that'll back them up 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 15 from the 35 now. 5:30 remaining here in the third quarter. Same formation once again. Good snap. Looking to pass. Dodges a couple sacks. And he's going to be brought down for maybe a half-yard gain or a no gain on the play. Tucker Hurst on the stop. Polinsky slow to get up. Left the game earlier with an upper leg injury. Third and they're just going to call it 15 and a no gain on the play. 4:45 remaining in the quarter. Cubs still lead 14-6. More than likely going to be a pass play here for the Indians offense. It is going to be that play action pass. Quarterback's going to step up in the pocket and throws behind his intended receiver, Crimson Clark. 4th and 15 coming up. On the Cubs 35-yard line, I would think Osage City will probably go for it here. Not losing a heck of a lot if you don't get it. Only thing they got to try to avoid is throwing another interception here. Don't want to pick 6 in this situation. Polinsky rocking back to pass. Pressed up in the pocket. He's going to fire down the sideline. Almost picked off. Jackson Akins came in and broke that one up in a hurry. Crimson Clark, the intended receiver. It would have been right at about the first down marker, but the Cubs defense holds strong and forced a turnover on downs. 4:20 remaining in the third quarter. Cubs take over 1st and 10 on their own 35-yard line. 14-6 a score in favor of the Cubs. Pistol formation, twin receivers to the right, single to the left. It's going to be a play-action pass. Goodner rolls out to the left. He's going to keep it himself. Going to gain about 7 or 8 yards on the run. Solid gain on first down for the Cubs. They're going to mark him down at the 41-yard line. Should be 2nd and 4 coming up. Pistol formation once again, twin receivers to each side. Whistle before the snap, flag on the play. Illegal procedure against the Cubs. Back them up 5 yards. That'll push it to the 36, and it'll be 2nd and about 9. .405 remaining in the third quarter. 2nd and 9 for the Cubs. Another pistol formation with twin receivers to each side. Haviland, the lone tailback. It'll be a handoff to Haviland up the middle. Going to gain about 4 yards. They'll mark him down right about the 40 and a half yard line. Bring up a 3rd and about 6 on the play coming up. Hurst and Johnson split out wide right. Coronado and Allen split out wide left. Shotgun formation. Haviland to the left of Goodner. It's going to be a play action. Goodner's going to keep it, run up the middle. He's going to be short of the first down by about 1 yard.
Stop number 72, Lane Fager.
Lane Fager on the stop for the Indians. Good to see him back in the ball game. Left earlier with a apparent injury, but looks like they got him going and feeling better. They're going to call it a 4th and 2, even though it's about 4th and 1.5. Timeout for the Cubs. Going to discuss what they're going to do. While they take a timeout, we'll take a 30-second timeout with them. We'll be right back here on 98.5 FM, 1460 AM KKOI. Welcome back to Cubs football here as we are getting down to the tail end of the third quarter, about 2.5 minutes remaining. It is 4th and 2 for the Cubs offense inside their own 45-yard line. They're lined up at about the 43. They need to get to the 45. Coach Wyrick still has his team on the sideline trying to figure out what they want to do. Now they hustle back onto the field. I imagine it's going to be some sort of run play. They have David Watts in the backfield in their jumbo package. They usually save this for the goal line, but let's see if they hand it to Big Ugly here and try and get this first down. Fake handoff to David Watts. Goodner's going to have to roll left. Has a man downfield. It's Isaiah Coronado. He has a lane to the end zone. 10-5. Touchdown Cubs. Genius call by Coach Wyrick. I guarantee Osage has seen this play on tape all year where they hand it to David Watts, gain a couple of yards. Play action pass. Score is now 20-6. Humboldt over Osage City. 2:27 remaining in the third quarter. They're at the 43. And they're actually going to try and kick a PAT here. Allen, the holder, fake PAT, going to pitch out to Goodner, have a man in the end zone to Haviland, and he is going to tip it to himself and caught for the 2-point conversion. My word, Connor Haviland, I don't know how he caught that one. 22-6 is now the score. While we approach kickoff, let's send it back to the studio for a 30-second timeout break. We'll be right back here on 98.5 FM, 1460 AM KKOI. Welcome back to Cubs football here following the touchdown by the Cubs offense. Absolute beauty of a play drawn up by Coach Wyrick on a play-action pass. Goodner to Coronado for 57 yards.
Number 5, Trick Blinsky. Number 1, Crimson Park. Set to kick off. Number 11,
Goodner set to kick for the Cubs. Polinsky and Prunty back deep to receive for the Indians. Good squib kick up the middle is going to be fielded by Polinsky at about the 22-yard line. Going to take it up the right sideline, now trying to reverse his field, and he's going to go nowhere. Brought down at about the 30-yard line is where they're going to mark it. Gain of 8 on the kickoff return by Colton Prunty. Osage City will set up their next drive at their own 30-yard line. 1st and 10, 2:20 remaining in the third quarter. They're going to set up shop with 2 receivers on each side of the formation. Shotgun formation, no tailback, empty set. Tight end to the right of the formation. Rolling out left, looking to pass, has a man in the flats. It is caught by number 1. That is Crimson Clark, and he is going to have enough for the first down. They're going to call it a 15-yard reception on the play. First and 10 from their own 45-yard line coming up. Same exact formation. Twin receivers to each side, tight end to the right side, empty backfield. Rolling out right, looking to pass. Same exact play, just to the opposite side of the field. Prunty's going to catch it, and he's going to gain about 10 yards exactly on the dot. Right at the first down chains.
Pass complete to number 8, Colt Prunty.
And they're going to go ahead and give them the first down. 2 plays, 2 first downs, 25 total yards. On the exact same play, just to each side of the field. Same exact formation coming out right here. Good snap. Looking to pass. Has a man to the right in the middle of the field. Caught by Prunty. And he is going to be slung down. No, he's going to break out of it. Try to reverse field. Has some blockers. And he's going to be brought down right about the 39 or 38-yard line. They're going to call it the 38. He probably ran 60 yards on the play for a gain of 4. Absolute solid effort by Prunty, and he is down on the field following that one. Wondering if he's got cramps or if he just got brought down too hard. While they attend to his injury, let's send it back to the studio. We'll take a 30-second timeout break. We'll be right back here on 98.5 FM, 1460 AM KKOI. Welcome back to Humboldt Cubs football here on KKOI Radio. Cubs lead 22-6 over the Osage City Indians in round 2 of the Kansas State playoffs, Class 2A. Prunty ran off the field under his own power. Glad to see that following it. Pass play. Has a receiver to the right. They're going to call it incomplete. Out of bounds. Number 1, Crimson Clark, the intended receiver, bobbled it as he went out of bounds. Almost caught it in bounds, but they're going to mark him as if he was out. 38-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 3 for the Indians offense. Shotgun formation. Quarterback run to the left all the way. He's got right about the first down marker. He's about a yard past it, so it is going to be 1st and 10 Indians. 1:35 remaining here in the third quarter. Indians down by 16 points. I imagine if they get into the end zone, every time from here on out, it's probably going to be a 2-point conversion as they try to keep it a 1-score ball game. Shotgun formation. Pass to the middle of the field. It is caught by number 12, Reed Crawford, and he's going to be brought down at about the 24-yard line, which is right where the first down marker's at. And they are going to probably go ahead and give it to him. but we will see what they say. Looks like, well, we'll see what they do. They're looking like they might bring out the chains to measure it. And they are going to do that. And it is going to be a first down for the Indians. They brought out the chain game to measure. .116 remaining in the third quarter. 1st and 10 on the 24-yard line for the Indians. Twin receivers to each side. Empty backfield, shotgun formation. Rolling out right, looking to pass. Has a man deep down the middle. He's going to go to the wheel route on the sideline. And it's going to be picked off by the Cubs on a drop pass. Wow! Reed Barnett picks off a pass after the receiver caught it inside the 5 and got just demolished by one of the defensive back by the Cubs. And whenever he got hit, that ball came out and went right up into the air. Reed Barnett somehow came down with it, and it is Cubs football. 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line. What a play. Run play. Dagan Goodner up the middle, and he's going to be brought down at about the 12-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd down and probably about 4. Brought down at the, they're going to mark it at the 12. Needs to get to the 15, so 2nd and 3. Colton Mitchell on the stop for the Indians. Pistol formation, twin receivers to each side. Haviland, the lone tailback, he takes the handoff. He's going to gain a couple of yards, maybe 1 or 2. Get him closer to the first down marker. It's going to be 3rd down. I do believe they might give him the first down. They are going to give him the first down. Placing it just past the 15-yard line. 1st and 10 Cubs at the 16. Just under 19 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Clock is now rolling. Game clock is under the play clock, so we'll see if they just let it go. They are going to take it to the fourth quarter. Cubs lead 22-6. We'll be right back here. Let's take a 1-minute timeout as they move the chains across the field. We'll be right back here on 98.5 FM, 1460 AM, KKOY. Welcome back to Cubs football here on 98.5 FM, 1460 AM radio, KKOY. We are out of Chanute. 12 minutes on the clock left in the ballgame as we start the fourth quarter of action. Cubs lead 22-6 over the Osage City Indians. Cubs ball 1st and 10 on their own 16. Snap to Goodner is good. He's going to keep it. He's going to run up the middle of the field. Had a blocker downfield, but Coronado wasn't paying very good attention. Goodner fumbled it, but they're going to mark him down by contact. Isaiah Coronado is going to have to come off the field. They have got to rip into him a little bit. He was downfield as the only lead blocker and kind of lollygagged down the field. If he would have blocked the guy on the outside perimeter, Goodner probably would have been at least another 15 yards downfield, if not in the end zone. Ball will be placed at the 47-yard line following the 31-yard carry by Dagan Goodner. Shotgun formation. Coronado motions right. Fake jet sweep to him. Goodner's going to keep it. Run. Oh, that's Connor Haviland with the ball. He's going to run over a couple guys and be down at about the Osage City 39 or 38-yard line. They're going to mark it between the 38 and the 39. Nonetheless, it's a 1st down Humboldt. Be 1st down Humboldt. Just over 11 minutes remaining in the ball game now. 22-6 still the score. Haviland in at quarterback, Allen the tailback, Coronado wide left. Akins and Johnson wide right. Direct snap to Haviland. He's going to keep it himself. He's going to gain about 4 yards on the play. Bring up 2nd and 6.
Want to stop number 58, Brent Dayhall. Kevin Lauber.
Dayhoff and Lauber combined on the tackle on the last play for the Indians. 10:30 remaining in the ball game. Score still 22-6. 2nd and 7 for the Cubs at the Osage City 35-yard line. Shotgun formation. Haviland still at quarterback. Akins motions right. Fake handoff. Haviland's going to keep it himself, and he's going to gain enough yardage for the 1st down somehow. Picked up the ball he dropped and ran for about 9 yards.
Be another 1st and 10 for the Cubs.
1st down Cubs, 10-10 on the clock. Ball placed at the 25-yard line. We'll credit him with a 10-yard carry on the last play. Dagan Goodner still on the sideline. Haviland still in at quarterback. Allen still at tailback. Coronado wide left. Akins and Johnson wide right. Coronado motions right. Fake handoff to him. They'll use him as a lead blocker, though, and give it to Allen. He's going to have to shake and bake, and he's going to be brought down really hard at the 15. And there are 2 Cub players on the ground. Johnson and Allen, the 2. There are 2 flags on the play as well. 3 flags, so there's something must have been pretty obvious. Face mask, more than likely, is what's going to be the call. Allen and Johnson both run to the sideline as they come off after being shaken up. They're going to call it a block in the back against the Cubs.
Like a block in the back against the Cubs.
You can tell Johnson's injury is something of a lower leg, kind of tweaked something. They're going to place the ball at the 32-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 17 for the Cubs. Goodner is back in the ball game. Coronado split out wide left. Pistol formation, handoff to Haviland. He's going to bounce it out wide to the right. break a couple tackles. He's going to break another one. He's down the sideline and is going to be close to the first down marker. Gain of 16 on the play. There's another flag, though, laying at the 27-yard line.
On a stop, number 5, Trent Polinsky.
Polinsky with the tackle. Penalty is another block in the back against the Cubs. That's 2 plays in a row.
Block in the back against the Cubs.
They're going to place the ball at the 37-yard line. 1st and 22 for the Cubs now. Fake the high snap. Instead, it's a low snap. Hirsch is going to take it, and he's going to be wrestled down about 1 yard behind the line of scrimmage, or a no gain possibly. So it's probably going to be about 2nd and 22 coming up.
On a stop, number 55, Dane Whalen.
55 on the stop for the Indians. Dane Whalen. Sophomore defensive end. Eight minutes, 15 seconds left in the ball game. Cubs still lead 22-6. Pistol formation, twin receivers to the right, single to the left. Play action pass. Goodner's looking left, going to throw it. Has Hurst. Excellent catch by Tucker Hurst. There is a flag on the play, though. Not exactly what the flag's for. Flag thrown right where Hurst caught the football. Right at the 29-yard line. Personal foul against Osage City. Tack on 15 yards more than likely from the end of the catch. They're going to walk it off from the 30. And they will place the ball at the 15-yard line. 1st and 10 Cubs from the Osage City 15 coming up. 7:58 remaining in the ball game. Cubs trying to go up by 3 scores here. Clock rolling. Cubs still getting the play call in. About 15 seconds left on the play clock. Pistol formation, twin receivers to the right, single receiver to the left. It's going to be a handoff to Haviland. He's going to be wrestled down after a gain of probably 2 or so yards. 58 on the tackle, Brent Dayhoff, senior D lineman. Ball is placed at the 19-yard line. They're going to call it 2nd and 9. 14-yard line, about 5 yards off there. Pistol formation, twin receivers to the left, single receiver to the right. Hand off to Haviland once again. He's just going to pound it straight up the middle. Marked down at the 10. About 5 yards short of the first down marker, gain of 4. Be 3rd and 5 coming up. Plinsky on the tackle. Pistol formation. Twin receivers to the left, single to the right. Hand off to Haviland to the left. He's got a lane. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Cubs! Connor Haviland with another touchdown score. The lead increases to 28-6. 6:12 remaining in the fourth quarter. We are halfway through the quarter, just about. And it's going to be tough for Osage City to overcome a 3-score deficit, but we have seen crazier things happen. We'll see if the Cubs kick a PAT or go for two. Looks like they're going to go for two. Hurston Allen in the backfield with Goodner. Haviland out wide to the left. He motions right. Fake jet sweep to him. Goodner's going to keep it, and he gets into the end zone, falls forward. 2-point conversion's good. Score is now 30-6. 24-point lead for the Cubs. Let's send it back to the studio for a 30-second timeout break while we approach kickoff. We'll be right back here on 98.5 FM, 1460 AM KKOI. Welcome back to Humboldt Cubs football following the Connor Haviland touchdown and Dagan Goodner 2-point conversion. Cubs now lead 30-6 on their home field turf here at B&W Trailer Hitches Stadium, who is also our lead sponsor for tonight's game. Thank you to them for making this broadcast possible. 6:12 remaining in the game. Goodner set to kick for the Cubs. Squib kick. It's going to be picked up at about the 23-yard line by number 1. He's going to take it to about the 34-yard line. Flag on the play. Crimson Clark was the return man for Osage City. Flag is laying at about the 27-yard line. Officials discuss it. It's going to be a block. Something against the Cubs. Not sure exactly what that call was. It was a block in the back signal, but he pointed towards the Cubs. So, better field position for Osage City coming up. Ball will be placed at the 37-yard line. 1st and 10, Indians. Kickoff took 6 seconds off of the clock, so 6:06 remaining here in the ball game. Score still 30-6 in favor of the Cubs. Trips receivers left. 4 motions to the left. Rollout pass. Polinsky rolling left. He's going to dodge a sack. Step back up into the pocket. Has a receiver at the first down marker. He's going to have way more than the first down. Dropped at the 45-yard line. Gunner Fort with the reception. The man on the motion. Pre-snap. .5:55 remaining in the ball game. Shotgun formation for Osage City. Trips receivers to the right. Quarterback rolls right. He's going to throw it way deep downfield. Has a man. And it is intercepted by the Cubs. Kyler Allen with the pick. Polinsky had a man open downfield. Great coverage, though, by the Cubs. Forced an interception once again inside the 10-yard line. Cubs will take over 1st and 10 at their own 7. If the Cubs can pull out a long drive here, that one probably sealed the game. 5:40 remaining. Cubs line up 1st and 10 at their own 7. Pistol formation. Hand off to Haviland up the middle. He's going to be chopped down at about the 20-yard line, or excuse me, 15-yard line. Gain of about 8 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 3 for the Cubs offense. I would imagine they just let the play clock run down to about 5 or 6 seconds before they snap it. Goodner in at quarterback, Haviland the tailback. Clock is now at 6. They snap it at 4. Goodner rolls out right. He's going to run right. Flag on the play. Goodner was right about the first down marker. Holding against the Cubs. Be a 10-yard penalty. Or maybe half the distance of the goal. We'll see what they do. They'll place it at about the 6-yard line, it looks like. So 1 yard past the original line of scrimmage. It'll still be 2nd down and 11. Run play. Haviland takes a handoff, gains about a yard or 2. Ball is placed at about the 7-yard line, I think. It'll be 3rd and 10. They are at the original line of scrimmage again. Twin receiver split out wide right, single receiver to the left. Shotgun formation. Goodner is going to fake the handoff to Haviland, run it up the middle himself, and is going to be brought down at about the 10. That's going to bring up 4th down for the Cubs, and they're going to have to punt this one away. River Davis on the stop for the Indians. Fourth and 7 for the Cubs at their own 10-yard line. 3:30 remaining in the ball game. They were able to shave off about 2.5 minutes off the clock. Hurst to punt. Good snap. Decent punt downfield. It's going to get a good Humboldt bounce. It's going to roll past the 50 and be down at about the Osage City 46-yard line. So Osage City will start their next possession in halfway decent field position. Barely on their side of the 50. 3:15 remaining on the clock, trailing by 24 points. They're going to have to score and score somewhat quickly here. Indians break the huddle. Trips receivers right, twin receivers left. Shotgun formation, empty backfield. Polinsky, the quarterback, low snap, looking to pass. Steps up in the pocket, going to pass left off the hands of his intended receiver, Crimson Clark. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Passing complete, intended for number 1.
Polinsky's done a pretty good job all evening working the pocket, stepping up and evading pressure. The Cubs have had a decent amount of pressure on him all evening, but only 1 sack all evening from pretty stout Cubs defensive front. Same formation once again, low snap. Bubble screen to the right, caught, and receiver just fell down trying to make a cut. Number 8, Colton Prunty with the catch. 1 yard loss on the play. Reed Barnett with the stop for the Cubs. Shotgun formation once again. 3 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Double reverse. Polinsky lead blocks. And that one's going nowhere. There is a flag on the play, though. Looked like a pretty clean play all around to me. Not sure what the flag would be for. Maybe a block in the back, but not really sure. Prunty had the carry. Threw the flag again. Two unsportsmanlike conduct penalties against Osage City and an ejection. Number 8, Prunty has been ejected. Holding against Osage City as well. Three penalties against Osage City on one play and an ejection. So the holding call will be declined, and they will accept the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. 15-yard spot foul. That will back Osage City up all the way to their own 28-yard line. Be fourth down and very, very, very long, needing to get to the Humboldt 44-yard line at they're on their own 28. It's about 28 yards, I believe, to go, fourth down. And they're just going to punt this one away, it looks like. Low snap. Gets the punt away. It's sky high and shallow. It's going to hit the turf at the Humboldt 45 and roll all the way down to the 36. So Humboldt will take over at their own 36-yard line with 2:11 remaining in the ball game, and this one's probably just about done. Humboldt, if they finish this one out, they will play Rossville next week in round 3 of the playoffs. As Rossville won their game over against Mauer Hill Mount Academy 21-14. Good ball game there as well. Second and 5 for the Cubs coming up following a 5-yard run. Rossville is 8-2 on the season now. Cubs should be 10-0. Pistol formation, twin receivers to each side. Hand off to Hurst. Up the right side, drags a couple guys with him and gets enough for the first down. We are now under 1 minute and 21 seconds to go. And that'll pretty much do it.
Number 58, Brent Dayhoff. It's good for a Cub, 1st and 10.
Rossville has a pretty impressive strength of schedule. They've beat some impressive teams, including defending state champ Centralia and Silver Lake, who's always a strong opponent, who is. They lost to Silver Lake by 3 points, who is undefeated. They also lost to Riley County by 15, and Riley County's 8-2. Victory formation for the Cubs here. 50 seconds to go here in the ball game. We'll see if they start the play clock again, or if they just let it run out.
At the end of this game, we will have a plaque presentation at the center of the field.
Next week is the state quarterfinal, so if Humboldt wins once again, they will make the state semifinals. Riley County has already punched their ticket for the quarterfinals next week, and they will play the winner of Silver Lake and McLouth. And that one will be official. The Humboldt Cubs beat the Osage City Indians 30-6 here in Humboldt. So with that, we're going to go ahead and just send it back to the studio so you can hear some more classic country music. Once again, we want to thank B&W Trailer Hitches for allowing us to broadcast this game for you this evening. And we will see y'all next week as we play Rossville. That game's location is to be determined. I will imagine it will probably be here at Humboldt, though, as Humboldt has the better overall record. So with that, we'll see y'all next week. For those of you listening on the radio, drive safe. For those of you tuning in on YouTube, thank you for watching, and have a good night, everybody. Right on, man. I'll just hang up. You might have to go double-click on the music stuff again, but that should be all you have to do. All right, man. We'll see you later.